Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today I am going to do a review on my trade, my loss and my winner, and I'm going to show you how I was reading my bias today. So before I guess I come down to the smaller time frame, let's go to the higher time frame. So buy side liquidity, um, it is Monday's high. And the way that I was reading my bias is by closing above this gap here, this busy here is telling me that we're still bullish. So all of these are um, equal highs. So the buy side on the higher time frame for me is this. Not only that, we have this busy here that I wanted to reject off of. So this is internal liquidity. I was wanting to target external liquidity here and here. Um, so some of my buddies were asking me about order flow, and this is how I look at order flow when I'm looking at my higher time frame. Yesterday I was bearish, so here is the sell side of the curve. So I'm gonna put red because this was sell side. So order flow was bearish to me. And the reason why it was bearish to me is because we swept previous week's high and then we closed below this busy. So this busy here, and then we have a SIBI here on the hourly time frame. So what I was planning is rejecting off of this uh, fair value gap, and I targeted low hanging fruit. I think it was London lows or Asia lows, and then my runners, I wanted to leave them to the previous day low. There was SMT here, and then we changed the order flow. So I'm gonna highlight it here. Then the order flow here changes to blue. So so here's where we were bearish, and then here we were bullish. So how am I able to see that we're bullish is we start disrespecting other PDRAs. So you see this is a SIBI, inverse fair value gap on the hourly time frame. We closed above it. We rebalance, and then so there's smaller market maker models in everything that you look at. So you see how this hourly time frame closed bullish above it. We completely disrespect this here, right? Then we come rebalance, and then we target. So this is internal liquidity, right? When we come in here, we tag the inverse fair value gap. So you can enter somewhere down here, and then your external low hanging fruit would be there. So let me grab the arrows here. Um, so in here, when we retrace on the hourly time frame to this inverse fair value gap, right? You're gonna get your little tiny movements, and then you can start getting the reversal, and that is your market maker model on a smaller time frame. This is the um, sorry, I should have muted that. Um, so this is your low hanging fruit here. You can you just look for a time of interest. I'll make another video on time of interest, and that would be a low hanging fruit for yesterday if you're looking for longs. Anyways, back to today's move. This side is the buy side of the curve. Order flow changed to bullish. Uh, this is the buy side. We haven't reached it yet. I'm still bullish. So coming in today's session, what I was looking for is I was looking for this fair value gap to reject off of. So as long as we are staying above this busy here, I'm bullish. What else can we look at? We can look at this hourly fair value gap. I'm staying bullish. I took a loss this morning, and I'm gonna drop down and I'm gonna show you exactly what I was looking for. So let me highlight this hourly fair value gap. I'm gonna erase this. Why is it not deleting my stuff? Okay. So now we drop down to the 1 minute. All right. So because we were in this 1 hour fair value gap, and we all make mistakes, right? We can't always be perfect. So here, I was waiting for a time of interest, and originally there was SMT somewhere down here. I was not sure about the trade. So let me keep zooming in. All right. So here there could have been possible a move. I ended up missing it. I don't remember, but at that time there was SMT somewhere right here, and then this here was CSD. But I wasn't sure because what I saw is this previous 90-minute cycle had not been swept. So when I saw SMT and then I saw CSD right here, let me label it. This is CSD. This is the order block. I saw this, and I was going to enter, but then I doubted because it is at 9:42, which is still within my time of interest. If I see CSD within within that time frame. So 9:42, we had SMT somewhere right here, and then there was CSD, and I was going to enter long, but then this low was very suspicious to me, so I didn't enter. So then we closed above these wicks, and then there was another. We closed bullish again above it, and then we rebalanced above those wicks. You could have entered long there, and then this 90-minute cycle high is the low hanging fruit, and then Monday is the target for buy side that I was looking for. Then when I saw it just keep going, and I just told myself, okay, well, I missed the trade, but then it stopped, and then it retraced back, and then I said, oh, okay, well, the 10 o'clock candle, because the 10 o'clock candle a lot of times is this, right? Is this move right here? This move here is a 10 o'clock candle. So a lot of times um, the 10 o'clock candle comes, sweeps the previous 90-minute cycle. This 90-minute cycle is a 9 o'clock candle. So a lot of times the 10 o'clock candle will come sweep the 9 o'clock. The 10 o'clock candle will come sweep the 9 o'clock candle, do a market structure shift, and then it'll have the buy side. Um, so it'll sweep 9 o'clock candle liquidity. You'll see CSD, and then you can target the highs. So the reason why I entered here is because everything was bullish. Like when I mean everything is ES and the YM were bullish, and they were bullish. And then I saw at that time we were still within the time of interest. There was SMT right here. So there was SMT right here, and then we're inside this hourly time frame. So this was SMT, and then this here is CSD again. So let me label that. This is the order block CSD. So if you don't understand why that's not CSD, just look at my video on CSD. So, anyways, this is SMT. We were inside that hourly time frame, and then so this candle here closed bullish. So whenever the wick retraced down, that was my entry, and I put my stop loss below here. You see, it took me out, and then I'm like, okay, well, we make mistakes, so let me erase this stuff here because we were in that hourly fair value gap, and I saw a small SMT, then I saw CSD. That's why I was going to target these equal highs, like 1, 2, 3. So I'm like, okay, we're definitely going to target this previous 90-minute cycle high. So if you look at this blue 90-minute cycle high, this is all consolidation. You see that? This is supposed to be the manipulation, and then the green one that I have labeled is distribution. So consolidation, manipulation, distribution, right? So I took an L on that one, and then the 10 o'clock candle does come, sweeps this previous 90-minute cycle, which again we're inside this 1 hour fair value gap, and my goal is to target all of these equal highs here. There was SMT again, NQ took all of these lows, but ES and YM did not. So why did I enter here is because we had CSD again during the end of this macro window. So this is CSD again. This is the order block. You see how these candles here close bullish above this one. So you don't need a market structure shift, right? And then there was SMT. So as long as you put your stop loss below the SMT, your entry should be safe. Okay. So I entered, and then when we closed above here, this is an inverse fair value gap, right? We disrespected that, and then we created another busy here. So when we retrace into it, I add an entry, and then I add another entry. Whenever I add these entries, when I start pyramiding in, I start moving my stop loss. That way I can minimize risk because I'm pyramiding, but I am moving my stop loss at the same time. So um, I ended up taking partials. If I'm wrong, at least I'm recovering losses from my previous loss. So then I start moving my stop loss. I took another partial here, took another partial here, and then I was going to target these highs up here. These are the equal highs, and I wanted to target here. The reason why I moved my stop loss very aggressively, this was my last runner. I moved my stop loss right below here. I moved it right here. And the reason why I moved it so aggressively is because we come and we sweep this up here. So as soon as I saw that, a lot of times when we come, we sweep this, we sweep the liquidity again. You'll see a retracement. So when I saw that we come up here and um, we swept it, I moved my stop loss right below these lows, and of course you see that it was just liquidity. These were equal lows. I got stopped out, but the way that I saw it is I saw all of this as an order block with a fair value gap. So I moved my stop loss right here below these lows. It came and stopped me out, and then goes up. Oh, another reason as well is because we had a huge SMT up here with ES and YM. So that was another reason as well. I was moving my stop loss aggressively. But yeah, that was my loss and then my win. So I hope that you learned something from this trade. Um, I mean, we're gonna have losers, we're gonna have winners. It's just part of the game. Um, but we just got to follow our rules. That's what keeps us in the game in the long run. So please like and subscribe, and then I'll keep making some more videos. Y'all have a good one.